we launch on a regular basis for the bank, and now increasingly also for clients of the bank. So we made the platform available to third parties to solve some of their problems using the same platform. So that's the FinTech Bridge. And internally, the third thing I'll mention is we run a relatively large program, which we call the Intrapreneur program, Intrapreneur with an A. And that's where, I think over time we have received, anywhere between 2,000-3,000 ideas from intrapreneurs of the bank, essentially raising their hand, stepping forward and wanting to do something. At which point we narrow them down, select teams, and these teams are, become part of the program, are coached into the method of human-centered design, lean startup, meaning start small, iterate, and build a prototype first and only scale it when you know you're onto something and you've got enough feedback from the market. And a lot of, double digit of these intrapreneur projects have turned into products of the bank. And some of them have spun out into new ventures in their own right, meaning new independent businesses. So Intrapreneurs, FinTech Bridge, FinTech Engagement are the things you would expect us to do as a lab. The lab is operationally headquartered in Singapore, as you would expect, but we're also in Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Nairobi, Kenya, and we have scouting offices for the FinTech ecosystem in London as well as on the West Coast in the United States. The investment activity, which is, perhaps I'll do that first, is really a corollary to our FinTech engagement. At this point, it's one fund that has been announced and a couple of other, a few other investments that we call Fund 2, which where we aggregate other things that the bank has done. That fund invests, as I mentioned, only in partners of the bank, and we have order of magnitude 20 companies, 20 portfolio companies that are all technology providers that we work with somewhere in the bank in some capacity. I should say somewhere in the bank or somewhere, with one of our ventures. And all portfolio companies that disclosed publicly, they're all on the website, which is scventures.io. You can see the logos there, and it gives a sense of what we've been looking at over time. And by the way, it's evolved over time. We looked at a lot of basic AI, risk management initially. We're very much looking at cybersecurity in the context of regulated financial institutions these days. We look at network management. We look at, we looked at payments, obviously. We've looked at digital assets as an ecosystem, including but not limited to cryptocurrencies. We've looked at, all these things over time, over the years, and it keeps evolving, obviously. The third activity is